healthcare system is designed to keep you sick, and the financial system is designed to keep you broke. And if you're a Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z person, that financial system is so stacked against you, it's almost criminal. So, how do we turn those two things around? How do we create lives of health, happiness, and prosperity? And if you want to know the answer to those questions, please stick around. That's what we're going to chat about today. Good morning from Miami. My name is Randy Gage. Good afternoon to my friends in UK, and good evening to my friends in Europe. And I guess I should say happy Sunday to our friends over there in Asia. This is our weekly Be the Breakthrough presentation from Rain International. If you're here for the first time, if you were invited for someone as a guest, relax and enjoy the show. You're going to hear from some fascinating people today on this topic of, again, creating prosperity, health, happiness, prosperity in your life. We're really got some special guests that'll add some real unique insights. But I think I begin with just kind of an overview of the business lifestyle opportunity with Rain. You get to, should you choose to become a social entrepreneur with Rain, you choose the people you work with, you pick the hours you work, you start at home, part-time. We don't want anyone quitting their job or their main gig. It's a side gig opportunity, 10 or 12 hours a week. If you like to travel, there's great travel opportunities to amazing destinations around the world. Rain operates in like 40 some countries, so you could build a business that the sun never sets on your business, building ongoing income once you develop a base of happy customers and eager, ambitious Rain associates. And you really can create a dream lifestyle business. And I think the two things that for me are the most important are there's no limits on, there's no ceiling, there's no glass ceiling. It doesn't matter to us if what your gender is, what your age is. You can be a PhD, you can be a high school dropout like me. The only limit to how big you can build with Rain is the size of your dream and your willingness to work. So if you have a big dream and you're willing to go after those dreams, man, Rain is the place to be. The second thing that I think is probably the ultimate lifestyle benefit of this is you become successful by helping other people reach success. And that is something truly special indeed, that I don't think you see in a lot of places in the business environment. As I mentioned, it's meant to be a side gig business. And I think it's the best side gig business because most side gigs, you're all by yourself. You're working at home alone. There's no support. All your competitors are trying to drive you out of business. It's very lonely. If you're an influencer, a YouTube person trying to make it on TikTok or Instagram, the algorithms change overnight. The follower count doesn't matter anymore. It's changing all the time. It's a very lonely, high-risk business. You could have 2 million followers who are watching your videos today, and tomorrow you put out a video and there's 11 people watching. If you're doing one of the ride share or the delivery apps, if there's not someone at the airport who wants you to drive them to the Marriott downtown, you're not making money. If there's not somebody in apartment 3B who's asking you to deliver the Kung Pao chicken, you're not making money. With Rain, you have this whole support team above you. You have the corporate office. You're picking the people you're working with. So I truly think it is the best side gig business. And I have a couple of friends. They would like, I want them to just take a couple minutes and share what they see in the business lifestyle here, opportunity of being a social entrepreneur. So, Bettina, I'm going to start with you, please.
Hi, my name is Bettina, and before Rain, I was a full-time school teacher, and I was also struggling big time with my energy. I had a severe burnout that left me depleted and energyless, and I struggled to come back to normalcy. So when I found C Nutrition, I knew that nutrition was a key point for me to get back. And I was thinking at a point, I need something 10 times what I have to get back to normalcy. And when I found C Nutrition, I found it. I got back to work full time as a teacher for the first time in 4 years. But at the same time, I also shared the product with friends, family, people who followed me that I got to know on this journey. And I saw some amazing results, not only in me, but also in them. Something far greater than I actually even dared to hope for. I saw it and I experienced it. So 6 months ahead, I realized, hey, I can build something real with this. I can build a sustainable lifestyle. I can build a business that can give me freedom. Because I wanted to have a family and have time for that. I couldn't have the stress anymore. So I started working strategically through 2020. And when I became a mom in September, I stayed in the hospital for months with my oldest, sorry. I realized while being in the hospital that all the work I've done, the foundation, took fired up. People kept joining my business that I didn't even know. People kept joining everywhere. I watched my back office and new names all the time popped up. And I was not the one doing it all anymore. And so I experienced the magic of leverage, of teamwork and effort. And I know today that I can provide this information, this belief to others. And my mission is to help others experience what I have. I haven't gone back to teaching since because I don't need to. And I want others to feel the same level of freedom and the prosperity and happiness that I have today. So thank you so much for having me here. I'm Bettina and I'm Rain.
Ciao a tutti, sono Francesca, ho 40 anni e sono italiana. Ho il privilegio oggi, grazie a Rain International, di essere un'imprenditrice sociale e sono veramente orgogliosa di far parte di questo progetto globale che può impattare in maniera veramente importante sulla vita di chi ci sta attorno. C'è stato un momento molto particolare all'interno di questo percorso, un momento che ha segnato un punto vero e proprio di svolta all'interno del mio business ed è proprio ciò che voglio condividere insieme a voi oggi. Quando ho iniziato questa attività era fortissimo dentro di me il senso di entusiasmo e di speranza. Quella speranza che questo business fosse davvero come me lo stavano raccontando e che potesse veramente funzionare e soprattutto potesse essere il mezzo che mi dava la possibilità di realizzare tutti i miei sogni e che mi avrebbe portato alla sicurezza economica e alla libertà finanziaria. E poi c'è stato anche un senso che mi ha sempre accompagnato di vuoto, di speranza e di attesa che qualcosa dal di fuori dovesse forse succedere perché tutto questo si potesse concretizzare. Un giorno, come spesso succede, ho visto una foto sui social e lì è stato un momento wow, un momento dove ho capito che questa poteva essere forse l'occasione più grande che mi si era mai presentata nella vita, forse l'opportunità più grossa in assoluto, perché in quella foto di un evento c'erano due figure a me note, Ann Feinstein e Randy Gage, e questo mi ha dato la possibilità di capire con molta curiosità che cosa stesse succedendo. Ho capito che dietro questo progetto non solo c'erano queste due figure, che per me sono sempre stati dei fari per la loro professionalità in questo business, ma insieme c'erano anche la firma di Travis Perry e Jeff Higginson. E questo momento per me è stato assolutamente unico, lo conservo nel cuore perché è stato proprio un momento fondamentale di cambio di marcia, perché ho capito di essere al posto giusto, nel momento giusto, con le persone giuste. Quindi per esperienza posso dire che la speranza sicuramente è quella cosa che ti fa iniziare E la consapevolezza è ciò che non solo ti mantiene nel business, ma è colei che ti permette di arrivare, a realizzare i tuoi obiettivi, i tuoi sogni. Ed è proprio con questa consapevolezza che oggi mi sento di affermare che Rain International è un'opportunità unica, perché la storia della nutrizione a base di semi, con questo messaggio molto potente, se non ha origine da un seme non è reale nutrizione, credo proprio che debba assolutamente essere raccontata e sia una nostra responsabilità. E perché, come dicevo, oggi siamo al momento giusto, nel posto giusto, con le persone dai valori giusti, di integrità e di persone che soprattutto hanno la professionalità adatta e conoscono questa materia nel modo giusto. Per cui voglio concludere dicendo che mi auguro, non vedo l'ora, di poterti conoscere al prossimo grande evento che è alle porte, perché quello potrebbe essere anche per te il tuo momento wow, che segnerà la svolta e che sarà appunto un momento importante e determinante per passare dal senso di speranza a quello della consapevolezza. Io vi saluto, vi ringrazio della vostra attenzione, sono Francesca e sono tanto, tanto, tanto orgogliosa di essere Rain.
Thank you, Bettina and Francesca. My next guest, I'm really honored to chat with. It is Dr. Daniel Beckles, who is the MD, PhD, and the head of the RAIN Scientific Advisory Board. So, Dr. B, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. Great to be here.
Well, so let's start with the obvious question. You're an MD, a PhD, an adjunct professor at Texas A&M, a fellow at the Harvard School of Business. You're a heart and lung transplant surgeon. So obviously you're a chronic underachiever. Does your mother does your mother call you up and say, when are you going to get a real job? Or, you know, is she disappointed at you?
No, she's very proud now, more recently.
Oh yeah, she got to be so proud. I mean, if I just, I joke about that because I want people to understand how accomplished you are and what a blessing and a gift it is to have you on the leading up the advisory board. Anyway, we have people watching today. They've just seen Rain for 10 minutes or they're looking at it for the first time. Everything we do is built around this philosophy of seed source nutrition. So can you kind of explain what does that exactly mean and why is that important?
I think it exactly what it says. But remember, our body takes in nutrition. So what our body sees as nutrition are things like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water. But these nutrition have to come from somewhere. All right. And so the question is, what is the source of it? Well, there are various sources. Protein can come from protein. It can come from grains, and it can come from fruits and vegetables, and also dairy, as a source. So seed source nutrition is really taking the seed itself from these fruits and vegetables and grains and bringing it in a concentrated form, the extract of it, into these nice, convenient, packeted, sackets, so we can enjoy it and have it conveniently all the time.
What's the difference between a company that uses a mango or an apple or a carrot versus the seed of that fruit or vegetable? What's the difference like for purity, for potency?
Right. So that's a good point. So again, Rain products, all their seed products were scientifically discovered right under our noses, right? And so seeds are found to contain up 20 to 30 times the nutrition than what the contents of their fruits. And that's because the seeds are really the precursor. If you think about it, what happens when a seed is planted? It grows into a tree or a plant. So inside of that seed, it has to have all of the nutrients in order to transform into a seed, into a plant. So it's almost like described as an embryo, or it's basically a little mini tree. And you know what a tree bears, right? Fruits and vegetables, right? So nature has created seeds in such a way that it actually have all of the nutrients in order to blossom from a seed into creating something bigger than itself. And so these are not just seeds, they are basically selected ancient seeds with massive amount of oxidants. When you look at the seeds in all of Rain's products, including black cumin seed, there's the Chardonnay seed, there's the black raspberry seed. You're looking at milk thistle seed, cranberry seed, pumpkin seed, watermelon seed, all of the seeds that you would go into a health food store and ask for. These are the seeds that proprietary blend of seeds is what Rain have used over the years, over the last, I guess, decade.
Yeah, when you think about how one apple or orange seed could grow an apple or orange tree, it kind of tells you how compressed and compact and potent that is.
Right.
One of the things Rain does, of course, is they've got this process to get it from the seed into the powder sachets like that I have in this shake. I'm actually drinking Beet and Pure, the probiotic here, or into the gel packs. So they call that the Nutrient Preservation Protocol, or the NPP. For someone who doesn't know, what does that mean?
So NPP, in order to extract, and it's a delicate process, in order to extract the nutrients from inside of these seeds, it is not just a quick, process. Okay, so it takes, this is what Rain has been obsessed about in their earlier years, to really do an extraction process that, number one, starts with quality selection of high quality seeds, well sourced, and so they have to prepare these seeds, and so it's a thorough cleaning process. So that's the first step. The second step is the cold pressing process, which again drops the temperature down in order to extract all of the nutrients coming out of what's contained in these seeds. And it's a very efficient process that is slow, requiring whole process. Remember, these what's contained within these seeds are very sensitive to even air, because it has a lot of antioxidant potential. And then the last part is really preserving all of that nutrients coming out of these seeds. And in that, they check for bioavailability. They check to make sure the potency is at its highest standard. They check, of course, because you're using seeds, you don't have to worry much about contamination, like what's on the outside, of the fruit. What people worry about eating too much fruits today, they have to wash it and clean it and scrub it. Well, seeds, you don't have to worry, about that. And so these are well-sourced seeds, go through this cold press process. And what they have done also is they've gotten an independent lab to basically look and see what is the bioavailability in cell assays. So taking cells and actually seeing what is the potency. And what they found was that, number one, that the results of this cold process, the NPP process, basically shows that it, number one, enters the cell. That's the first step. If the extract doesn't enter the cell, then it cannot do its work. And so the second point is to see what is the bioavailability. And they found that, of course, high antioxidant potential, 3 times more than what's out there on the market. And so remarkable data. And so that's what got me attracted to Rain International really in the first place, is that they are obsessed about high quality and getting the most bioavailability out there. And the downside to this is that these seeds are so delicate, you cannot put it in the sunlight, right? And so it has to stay cool at a certain temperature, and that's why it has to be shipped, from a Rain site directly to your home. Okay, and so not to chance the quality of their product, selling it in a store, for instance, or you're not sure where it's stored in the back of a truck in the middle of summer. And so they take remarkable pride in their product and in this process.
So what is like the protocol for an average person? Like, what are the Rain products you think for most people they should take every day?
Well, I tell everyone that rain is food, okay? And that we push now to make food as medicine, right? That's been the push right now is food as medicine. And it's a perfect example. This is a perfect example of that, where we take food, and easily we're supposed to eat 3 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. And we don't have time for it. It's inconvenient. But I would say taking 1 to 2 packets of rain products daily is the same way as pushing for people to take 3 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. At least they know they're getting a very concentrated source of antioxidants in their diet, which for the most part is actually lacking. So I would recommend that, daily, 1 to 2 packets a day, easily.
And so for a guy who transplants hearts and lungs for a living, who's got to be thinking about, okay, what is the thing I want to do to protect my body? What's your favorite rain products, the ones you take personally?
So I live in a very stressful environment, as you can imagine, right? So right next to my refrigerator, my go-to every morning is I take Sol and Sol Red on my way to work, going out the door. It's right next to my, refrigerator, so it's very easy, convenient. And so that's every day. And that's because the stressful environment I work in and the everyday hassle of life, it basically helps to I know what it does. It's one of the most powerful antioxidant I can consume early in the morning to get me off to a first start. That's the first thing. I was always the kind that goes in line and orders the green smoothie. When everybody's ordering the mango and the red smoothie, I'm the guy that orders the green smoothie. Okay. So I stopped doing that years ago once I joined Rain. And so now it's basically come down to drinking core. I love core. I think core have all of the stuff that our body needs. So I'm a core fanatic. All right. So it guarantees that if I don't eat something green today, that I got my greens in for the day. It's that simple. So simple and convenient in my busy lifestyle. It just guarantees that I keep it in my bag when I'm traveling. At the airport, it's hard to find anything or traveling that even mimics that. And if you try to get into a smoothie line, you might actually miss your flight. So don't try it. And the other two is I love Brain Boost. It gives me that boost I need when I have a presentation to finish. I'm stressed with writing. I still continue actively writing, publication. And so this gives me the boost I need. So Bright is my great focus. When you want to focus, you want to sit down, and I do blocks of studying, which for those of you who are in my field, I can study for 1 hour straight and get the work done. And that's what it takes. So for students, I would recommend that highly. And Rain basically is for everyone in the house. Everybody uses Rain. And basically what it's done for me is I have basically not bought smoothies, not have to invest in anything else out there. When you look at the diverse products for me, when I'm cycling with my kids, I don't want them to beat me in cycling. I see that I'm short of breath, so I take Beat for that, okay? And I take Ben. That's easy. It's an easy fix for me to outride them. All right, don't tell. Hopefully, when they see this video, they'll know why I always outride them. Cycling. I grew up in Trinidad, and I always believe in cleanse. It's just growing up with my grandparents and everybody else. We all believe in cleanse. So my go-to cleanse is Renew. And that's it. It's so easy to do. You take these caplets, you finish the whole 14 days, and you got your cleanse in. So for me personally, my cleanse is Renew that I go to. So, in my profession, I get to see the detrimental effects of what life does to us, okay, in my field. So it's no secret what a diet filled with antioxidants can do, as the Mediterranean diet exemplifies people in the blue zones, how people easily live to 100 years old. And that's because their diet is full of antioxidants. So I think Rain provides that in a simple, convenient way. And so I am obsessed with Rain.
Yeah, I'm with you on the smoothies. I was at a really nice resort out in Phoenix a couple months ago, and they had this spa in the gym and a juice bar, and they had a green smoothie that was it contained about 80% of what one packet of core does, going by the label. About 80%, it sold for $15. So we have 3 or 4 countries right now that we're sold out of core because
Yes, I
it's such a
heard.
popular
I heard.
product. So
Don't
I have
don't
it.
sell my
I
call
keep
out,
it
okay?
stocked up, right? Yeah, I have 3 extra boxes. I'm telling you, I could take them to the Ascend event in a couple of weeks in Turkey, and I could sell those for $200 a box, but I won't, they're just,
Great commodity.
yeah.
That's
All
right.
right. Well, I'm got for you guys at home. I'm going to break down each of the Rain products. But Dr. Beckles, I know you've got to get in the operating room and back to your profession. So thank you for taking the time with us and sharing your wisdom.
Most welcome. Take care.
Okay, so let's jump into that breakdown process about each of the products. And I want to let you know, we've got like 11 products. I'm going to run through them like a minute or less on each, and just get back with the person who invited you. They can show you our catalog of the products or one of our full-length product line videos. We can get you all the information you want once you see what are the products you're most interested in. Now, not all products are available in every market. So again, just check with the person who asked you to watch the video. First thing I want to start with is the gel products. And these are the two, Soul and Soul Red. These are the ones Dr. Beckles talked about. Hey, first thing, open a refrigerator, get these every morning. This is Soul, which is black cumin seed, blackberries, a lot of incredible seeds, antioxidant. This is one of the most powerful antioxidants on planet Earth. And Soul Red is a similar product, but with red raspberry instead of blackberry seeds in there. This is to lower your body's inflammation, right? Inflammation is a good thing. If you cut your finger, your body gets inflamed and it creates a scab and it helps you heal. But chronic inflammation is a terrible thing. And most people, if you went out at the bus stop out here in Miami and found 100 people, probably 95 of them have inflammation and they don't know it. And so their body cannot operate at optimal health. So with products, these gel-based products, they're all based on this concept of suspension gel technology. They're gels that your body can assimilate, right? And two other ones, Bend, which is for joint and cartilage issues. For most people, one a day. Like for me, I do one a day, but on the days I play softball, I do two, one before the games, one after the games. And then this is the greens product, the core product, which is, again, I was at that spa. It was like literally $15 for a smoothie that didn't have everything. It was like 80% of what is in this. Rain has a vegan protein powder, pure vegan protein. The bioavailability is there. And this is something, of course, bodybuilders, elite athletes, they all know the importance of protein, but everyone should have more protein. I shouldn't say things like that. I don't want to be an absolutist. Let's put it this way. Most people are not getting enough protein. And if you're an elderly person, you probably say, why would I buy protein? You might need it worse than the elite athlete because our bones need that as we get older. Your body needs more protein. There's 20 grams of protein in this. You should have you want to get enough protein. For most people, you want to get 20 grams first thing in the morning. All health begins in the gut. All disease begins in the gut. You want to be healthy, have a healthy gut. And Rain has a probiotic product which has prebiotics in it to feed the probiotics. That's what I have in this shaker bottle here. I've got the pure. I have one of each. There's a lemon lime flavor, fruit punch flavor. So whichever flavor you like, I like them both and I mix them together. Vitamin D ultimate compound. This is called Vive. This is the ultimate vitamin D. And make sure to be at the Ascend event in Turkey because you're going to hear an update about this product that will blow your mind. There's going to be something unveiled there regarding that product that is going to just blow your mind. Bright is for mental clarity, concentration. You heard Dr. Beckles talking about that. I'm actually going to take 2 of these right now because I haven't taken them today. And I've got a lot of stuff after this presentation, writing stuff I want to do. So mental clarity and concentration, brain food. It's really good. And one of the things you heard Dr. Beckles talk about was the brain gut boost, how your brain and your stomach actually work in synergy. And there's a lot of research about that. So they work together because so when you take the bright along with the pure, you get incredible results. And then the other thing I have in my shaker bottle, this is my new favorite product. This is our most recent product that's come out. It's called Beet. It's a combination of beetroot, L-arginine, and some other amazing seeds, and it's total cardiovascular. So it's like let me get this right. I don't want to say it wrong. Nitrous oxide is what you get at the dentist, the laughing gas. So the nitric, somebody better help me out in the comments here. The nitric, anyway, the thing that opens up your capillaries, your blood flow so that the oxygen gets through your body. So the nitrates in here have that effect. So any athlete, Kung Fu, Orange Theory, Tai Chi, jogging, pickleball, softball, basketball, hockey, football, anything, this is a big deal. And it's just the other thing is there's L-arginine in there. And of course, there's a lot of issues about sexual and prostate health. Well, L-arginine is known for that. And so is beetroot because those are basically circulation problems. So this has an incredible effect. I think it's going to become our #1 product. Right now, Soul and Soul Red that's what the 2 products the company was founded on, and they're the most popular. But I think the Beet, I think that's going to eventually be the #1 product. And finally, I want to tell you about Renew. This is the core. Think of the core to detox your body, to get those impurities out of your body. And then think of Renew to cleanse your blood. So when you want a cleansing, so you heard Dr. B talk about, hey, he just do 14 days in a row to kind of go through that cleansing. And for me, I do about 1 week a month. I'll just do the Renew because I want to keep my blood as clean as possible, and I want my body to be operating as best as possible. Every one of those products, they're vegan, they're natural, there's no artificial ingredients, there's no artificial colors, there's no fillers, there's no GMO stuff, there's no bad stuff in there. That's all natural seed source nutrition. And as you heard, a seed contains 20 to 30 times the nutrients of what it grows into, the fruit, plant, vegetable that it grows into. So it's an incredible product line, and people notice the difference. And when people get on the Rain products, they stay on the Rain products. What does that mean? It means it creates a great business opportunity for you. Because if you have people who love the products and reorder them every month, it builds volume. And with the Rain compensation plan, you're going to get overrides on the volume produced by the people that you introduce to Rain. The people who join the Rain Preferred Customer Program and the people who become Rain Associates. and go and duplicate your results. So you can build like I have a team, a big team all over the world that provides ongoing overrides and commissions on the volume they produce. So when I'm going to bed, they're actually waking up. My team over in Singapore and Malaysia, they're waking up and they're building while I'm asleep. And then, when they're going to sleep, we're over here working on this side of the world. And so you really can build a dream lifestyle business. And to do that, it takes a very special element that you've got to be able to unleash. This special element is something pretty much only the wealthiest people in the world are able to unleash that. People who are famous songwriters and authors and things where they could produce something and then create ongoing income from it. And to tell you about it, we've got our next guest. Her name is Ann Feinstein. She's up in New Jersey. Ann is a triple diamond director with RAIN, and she's an expert at helping people create home-based income businesses. So she's going to share with you what this special element is. So Ann, I'm going to turn it over to you then.
If you've ever wondered how some people are able to create true wealth and others just seem to drown in credit card debt, well, stick around because I'm going to talk to you about a little known secret until now that is giving people the opportunity to really take back their life and be able to take back their financial security and be able to do something with impact in the world. And so that little known secret is something called leverage. Leverage is a superpower, sometimes only given to those that, are truly out there in the world, like you've heard Mark Cuban and Oprah Winfrey, people who have been in the business world who have created these enormous networks of people and businesses that, frankly, very few people are able to have the same level of success until now. And that is by being able to unleash the power of leverage. So let me talk to you a little bit about what is leverage. Leverage is when you're not just trading time for money, okay, and collecting an hourly rate and then, getting paid at the end of the week based on the number of hours that you work. But imagine if you were able to take the hours, let's say 10 to 15 hours a week of time that you're not doing what you normally do during the day, of probably going to work and doing a job and thinking about, how to add extra income. But imagine if you could take that 10 to 15 hours, okay, and turn it into something where you would then introduce this to two other people who also have the same interest, 10 to 15 hours, and they take the same interest and they turn it into, okay, that turns into 45 hours for you. So you're 15 and they're 15 and they're 15. And before you know it, guys, you have an unlimited amount of time being put into a business. Imagine that. That's called leverage. Leverage gives you the opportunity to work with other people's talents, other people's skill sets, other people's languages, other people's locations. Imagine having a business that's running in 16 different time zones around the world, and you wake up in the morning and your business has expanded. That's called leverage. Okay, you have other people's buying power, you have other people's creativity, you have other people's capabilities. It becomes an endless and a most exciting way in order to create true wealth for you and for your family. So what has RAIN International done? It's not only put together the most amazing technology, okay, in terms of what you've just heard in terms of nutritional benefit. And I can tell you firsthand, the benefits are amazing, okay, to be able to have the brain power and the physicality and be able to do things at my stage of life that I just never imagined, because when I compare myself to others, well, you can only imagine to have this kind of energy and power, but to be able to also take that same power into creating financial security, and to have a lifestyle. Guys, I can tell you that what Rain has done here is created the most lucrative compensation plan, and they keep thinking about ways and to make it better and better for us over and over again. And I got to tell you that what I love about this is that I can bring somebody into the business and give them an opportunity to earn back their investment quickly because of a wonderful upfront bonus that we call our fast start bonus. And then as they help people that to do the same thing, they can earn another fast start bonus match. And then as they start to build out their business, they get into pools and other sorts of, compensation and level up on becoming a partner and a senior partner and earning another couple $100. And before you know it, they're in pure profit. And then, okay, what happens is they start to build out their teams and they start earning incredible income coming from generational matching bonuses and building out their teams and having success in terms of a team building activity. Okay, and we call that the team volume commission. And then add to that, okay, at the other end is bonuses for the upper levels, okay? And we have, again, another pool. So guys, this is a balanced compensation plan for the beginning, the middle, and then at the upper levels. And that's what makes it so exciting, okay? Because you know what? In today's world, people are looking. They're looking for opportunities to be able to earn an extra income. They're looking for ways to be able to capitalize on the trends today, the health trends, the social media trends, all those ways in which they can work together with people that they love and they trust, and to create magic, not only in their own country, but imagine, okay, well over 40 different countries that Rain does business in. And imagine having tools that you'll learn about that will enable you to be able to do the business in multiple languages and to have those tools right on your mobile app. Okay, so guys, you have everything in place here. You have a great company with great products. You have integrity that starts at the top. You have not only incredible products, but a compensation plan that just makes sense and rewards people for doing the right thing. And so now you look at the support that you can get. And I know that Randy wants to talk a little bit about that support and talk to you about the system, the tools, and the options. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to you, Randy.
Thanks, Ann. What an elegant way to describe such an elegant element, which is leverage. It truly, as you heard her say, it truly is the superpower for creating wealth. You also heard her say I was going to talk about the support structure, and I am. But before I do, I want to tell you about something else. I want to tell you about the Seeds for Change Foundation. This is the brainchild of Travis Perry, our founder of RAIN, and part of his vision of what gets him out of bed every day, why he made the investment in RAIN International in the first place, why he's been so committed all these years, and why he sold his other venture and got involved personally with RAIN this year to create RAIN version 2.0 to take out in the world. So the foundation looks for people in need. And we all work together, the distributors, the corporate people, to support those people who are recipients of awards from the foundation. So we might find we love things like sustainable farming, regenerative farming, stuff that's good for people, good for the planet, stuff that empowers them, doesn't entitle them. So we might find someone that a village or a community in a really depleted area, and we might help them rent or buy land, help them provide water and irrigation, and we'll supply the seeds and help them grow their own food. And sometimes it's just providing gifts of the product. Sometimes it's just giving them some money so they can handle different things, medical things that are causing them, medical issues or something else might be causing them. It's a way for us to pay back And as we take this movement of seed source nutrition around the world, we're also doing it in a way to empower people. We want to empower people with better health, and we want to empower people with better prosperity. And personally, for myself, I want to empower you Gen Z people who, if we're being honest, the money has transferred to my generation. I'm the boomer generation. And, the delta now between the baby boomers and younger people and who owns the biggest percentage of wealth, it's never been more out of balance than it is now. Rain is a level playing field. It's equal opportunity for everyone. So if you have a dream and you want to win the money game and stop playing by the broken rules, then consider Rain. Okay, as Ann told you, we're going to help you. We have something called Rainmaker U. It's an online learning platform. You can just watch it from your smartphone. There's 20 some different modules on every aspect of the business. There's a Rain mobile app, so you can enroll customers, you can enroll new associates, you can check the volume in your back office, you can send brochures and video links to people who want to know about Rain. You can run your business from your smartphone. Anywhere where you got Wi-Fi, you can be in business for Rain. When you join, you're going to go through a associate orientation. We've got a workbook. It helps take you step by step through the process. And then more importantly, once you're in and you're trained, you're going to use that workbook to help your people get trained, get operating, get profitable as soon as possible. We have marketing materials for candidates. We have marketing materials for customers. There's online training. We do leadership academies once a week to help train you in the business. We have presentations like this that you can invite candidates to once a week. We have our big convention coming up in a couple of weeks in Turkey, in Istanbul, and we have events like that around the world. So you'll own your business, but you will have an entire sponsorship line with a vested interest in your success. And you have a corporate team, the headquarters in Provo, Utah, and then we've got boots on the ground around the world, offices in Europe and Asia and all around to help you grow your business. So that support is there. If you have a dream, we're going to help you do it. All right, a couple more people I want to introduce you to quick that just building their dreams with Rain, and I asked them to share a couple minutes of why Rain, why now for them. And so for the first of these, we're going to go to Sofia, Bulgaria, and my friend Stoil is going to share his thoughts. So a couple more people, but first going to you, Stoil.
Аз съм Стоил Пълхотев от България. В продължение на 20 години изграждах собствен бизнес с идеята да притежавам живота си. Никога не съм работил за някой друг. Исках да разполагам с 24 часа от времето си. Всеки ден. Парадоксът беше, че за тези 20 години не успях да изляза в отпуск за повече от 7 дни последователно. Бизнесът тръгваше надолу. Работех по 13-14 часа всеки ден. Нямах време за семейството си, за децата си. Мислех си, че аз притежавам бизнеса, но се оказа, че той притежаваше мен. И започнах да търся един различен път към свободата. Знаех, че съществува. Бях сигурен, че такъв съществува. И го открих мрежовият маркетинг. А чрез него силата на ливъридж. При 15 месеца срещнах Rain International. Защо се присъединих? Заради хората, които са в него. Пропътувах над 10 000 км, за да се срещна с собственика на компанията, господин Пери, с президента на компанията, господин Хигинсън, с ключови ръководители в главният офис в Юта. Заедно с съпругата ми посетихме голямото събитие на компанията в Венеция с една единствена цел – да видим атмосферата и взаимоотношенията отвътре. Онова, което видяхме, ни остави без думи. Бяхме изумени от грижата, вниманието, почита, която имаше между компания и дистрибутори. Видяхме хора, които се радваха на успеха на другите. Видяхме корпоративният екип, който с такова внимание и грижа се грижеше за най-малките детайли, така че бизнес партньорите на Рейн да се чувстват важни и почитани. Останалото е история. Днес ние изграждаме бизнес с Рейн с потенциал за неограничен остатъчен доход. Но най-важното, върнахме времето си обратно. Днес Рейн е изключително благословение за нас. И аз съм горд да бъда част от това семейство. Моето име е Стоил Похотев и аз съм Рейн.
Hello, my name is Debbie Grise, and I live in beautiful Jensen Beach, Florida. I joined Rain International for multiple reasons. My husband had dementia for many years, and I was his devoted caretaker. And when he passed away about a year ago, I realized that I needed to be around something and to have something in my life that would be less stressful and more joyful. Something that would not only be lucrative enough that I can travel and do the things I wanted to do, however and whenever I wanted to do them, but to be around positive, prosperous, like-minded people whose goals were also to give to others a real chance to see their potential, for them to see an amazing way to earn money so they can achieve their dreams and their goals, and to show them and their families, friends, and neighbors how to get healthier with definitely the most amazing products in the world, Rain products. So of course I joined this company. This was the perfect place for me to be. I joined in September of 2024, and so many unbelievable experiences have happened to me so far, and so much more than I ever expected, and of which I am truly grateful. I love the excitement and integrity of this company and the happiness that Rain has already brought me. I've made so many new friends that I never would have made from all over the world. And the miracles in my life have never stopped, not since day one. To attain what I wanted, and on top of that, earn residual income. I have grown exponentially in my self-esteem, my prosperity, and my abilities. And I don't see any reason why that wouldn't happen for you. This company is so much fun and exciting, and we get to help others have the same experience. To me, that is an absolute win-win. Herein lies a true opportunity, a real possibility to be the ultimate you. So in closing, I am excited, I am happy, I'm having fun in a business that I unequivocally, however you say it, love. Thank you for listening. I am undeniably Rain.
All right, Debbie, thank you so much. Thank you, Stoil. And thanks to all the guests who've been on today, just sharing their truth so you can see what this lifestyle is all about. All right, so if you're thinking now, hey, I'd like to get started. How do I do that? Very simple. You just make the decision to become a Rain associate. We have three special combination offers for you to get started. The first is a personal pack. It gives you just, if you're like, hey, I want to use the products and I probably want to share my products with my friends, then the personal pack gives you some product and some of the marketing materials about the product. You want to build a business, create the leverage, create some ongoing income. Then we have the Builders Pack, more product, more marketing materials, training materials, and a video training series on recruiting. And then finally, if you're really serious and you think ultimately you would like to make Rain a new career for you, then get the Leadership Pack. And that has twice as many products, twice as many marketing materials, the recruiting training, and then another video training series on how to become a diamond director, which is what I am. The highest rank with Rain are the diamond director ranks. And there's a video training on how you could do that included in the Leadership Pack. They're different in each country. So again, get with the person who invited you. They can share the specific details there. They can give you a link how you can do it really simple. And the last thing I would want to share with you is timing and positioning. They're both really important. By the nature of the rain compensation plan, positioning is important. We didn't go through, there's 9 different ways to earn and there's structure. We didn't go through all that because we know most of you would never understand that. And we know if you really want the details, we've got the materials to show you exactly how it is. But just know everybody builds a left side of the business and a right side of the business. And you want to be at the top of their structure, as close to the top as you can get. So when you're looking at it, there's other people looking at it, and the week is about to close out. A lot of people get enrolled, and you'd rather have them beneath you in their structure instead of above you. So timing and positioning matter. So get back with the person who invited you, get your questions answered. Once you've got those answers, then lock in a spot because you want to get going with this. And again, we'll take you through the orientation and you'll be able to get started right away. Well, let's kind of wrap up where we began. What do we know? We know the healthcare system is really a sick care system. We know the financial system is really not geared for the average person. It's more designed to keep you in debt and broke. The answer to this, the answer to better health, the answer to better prosperity is becoming a social entrepreneur with RAIN, taking charge of your own life, your own career, your own future, and building your dreams with RAIN. I invite you to join us on this journey, this movement, as we take seed source nutrition around the world and we offer it to anybody who wants to become healthy, happy, and prosperous. Thanks again for watching. Once again, my name is Randy, and I came to make it rain. Peace.